What if life were a game? Not in the hustle culture, grind until you die way, but literally. What if everything you're experiencing right now, your job, your relationships, your struggles, your wins is actually a massive, complex game with rules, levels, and a winning condition? And what if the people winning at life aren't necessarily smarter or harder working than you? They just figured out the rules earlier. Today, we're looking at life through the psychology of gaming. And trust me, it changes everything. Every game has rules. Chess, Monopoly, Dark Souls, even hide and seek. You can't win if you don't know the rules. You can't level up if you don't understand the mechanics. Here's the problem with life. Nobody hands you a rule book. You're dropped into the game of birth with no tutorial, no instructions, and a bunch of other players who also have no idea what they're doing. Some players got better starting equipment, better families, better education, better circumstances. Some players got harder difficulty settings from day one. But here's what the winners understand. The rules exist whether you know them or not. The law of cause and effect. That's a rule. The fact that compound interest works for or against you, that's a rule. The reality that your habits shape your future, that's a rule. You can ignore the rules, but you can't ignore the consequences of ignoring the rules. In video games, there are two types of characters, players and NPCs. NPCs, non-player characters, are programmed. They follow the same patterns every day. They say the same things. They react the same way. They never grow. They never level up. They're just there. Most people live like NPCs. They wake up at the same time, go to the same job, watch the same shows, complain about the same things. They're on autopilot. Life happens to them, not through them. Players are different. Players understand they're in a game. They look for patterns. They exploit mechanics. They learn from failure. They adapt. They grow. Here's the question you have to ask yourself. Are you playing or are you just being played? Here's where most people get stuck. In video games, grinding means doing the same thing over and over to gain experience. Kill the same monsters. Collect the same coins. Repeat. Grinding works up to a point. But grinding forever without leveling up is just work. In life, grinding looks like working 60-hour weeks without getting anywhere. It looks like staying in a job that doesn't challenge you. It looks like doing the same thing every day and wondering why nothing changes. The psychology of growth says grinding is not the same as leveling up. Leveling up requires new strategies, new skills, new thinking. You can't grind your way to the next level using the same tools you used in the last one. If you're exhausted but not progressing, you're not playing the game. You're just being used by it. So how do you actually level up in the game of life? 1. Learn the actual rules. Read, study, find people who are winning and ask them how. The rule book exists. It's just scattered across books, conversations, and experiences. Collect the pages. 2. Treat failure as data. In games, when you die, you learn. You don't throw the console out the window. You try again with new information. Life is the same. Failure isn't game over. It's just feedback. 3. Find your team. Even in single-player games, you have allies. NPCs who help. Characters who give quests. In life, your network is your support system. Lone wolves die alone. 4. Stop playing someone else's game. Are you chasing goals because you want them, or because society programmed you to want them? The fastest way to lose is to play a game you don't even care about winning. Here's the ultimate level up. At some point, you stop playing the game the world gave you and start designing your own. The happiest, most successful people aren't the ones who followed the default path. They're the ones who looked at the default path and said, "Thanks, but I'll build my own." What does your game look like? What are the rules? What's the winning condition? Is it money? Freedom? Impact? Peace? Love? You get to decide. And once you decide, you stop comparing your progress to other players, because you're not playing their game anymore. You're playing yours. So what if life were a game? The answer is, it already is. You're in it right now. Every choice is a move. Every day is a level. Every person you meet is either an ally, a quest giver, or a lesson in disguise. The only question is, are you going to keep playing like an NPC stuck in the same loop, waiting for something to change? Or are you going to realize you're the player, grab the controller, and actually start playing? The game is on, and you've been in it the whole time. Thanks for watching. If this video shifted something in how you see life, hit that like button. It helps more players find this message. Subscribe for more psychology deep dives. Drop a comment. What level are you on right now? What's your current quest? I'll see you in the next one.